2025, he was first in the Buffalo Pro Classic, which is quite a tournament here in the U.S. And his earnings from Arizona Billiards is 13.6 for the 2025 so far. And this being the last event of the year, this will probably be his last chance to earn a nice $30,000 check. For the safety. Did he get it? It looks like it.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Just have the one rail kick. I think he can get inside the 8. Come off that short rail. Not much in terms of cover though, George. If he's going to have to play off the edge, he's going to call it in the bottom corner. Not sure if he can get any cover anyway. I like the edge shot, to be honest. Play off the edge and try and get the cue ball to the left side of the table. Down behind the 10 or something. Good things can happen.
Yeah, I like coming off the left side of the 5 and calling the 5 ball on the side just in case it happens to find a pocket.
Oh, wow. Went for the pace.
Yes, he did. I guess he was hoping, well, he just said, I'm going to hit it and hope. Well, pretty standard 4-ball run for Chris here. Chris is from Ventura, California. He was living in Texas for a bit, but now he's in New Orleans. A 761 Fargo, 27 years of age. He's about to turn 28 the 20th of this month, so he'll have a birthday party in Florida, here in Jacksonville.
Yeah, a bit of a miss there on the 7 though, George. Sorry, just to jump in. It was a bit of an off angle and Chris had to kind of drag that in to hold for the 8 ball. Just tried to squeeze a bit too much and missed it. Bit of a surprise.
Sure was. I looked away and I thought he was going to work with it. He's back at the table again. Wow. They're having some problems with his 7-ball.
7-ball side.
Yeah, I think when Chris missed it, didn't really leave it on. So seeing you trying to get a bit of a safety. He went for the cross bank. Is he going to get a roll, George?
Yes, well, he is. Right behind the 9. Wow, is this shades of things to come in this match?
Wow, I like the way they're going aggressive. I don't mind a bit of offense. He has had a bit of fortune there. This is a tricky jump shot because he's going to have to catch the edge. And if he does pot this, the cue ball is running a bit wild, so keep an eye on this one.
Oh wow, looked like he went for the corner, maybe just missed hit it. But now it's again, straightforward run. Let's see what Chris does with this. Sun Yi is a 733 Fargo, so he's no stranger to tournament play.
Yeah, a lot of these Chinese Taipei players though, George, they're machines. Absolute potting monsters.
Speaking of machines, some of the players we have in this tournament, gosh, I was taking a look at the lineup of the players list, and my, have we got, I can think of 12 players you could choose the champion from. You have guys like Filler, Yap, Shaw, Ocean, Kazakis, Devis, Atencio, Mora, Kachi, Steyer, Tucher, and he. Take your pick.
Yeah, it's a crazy lineup, isn't it? Obviously, coming from the UK, what was nice to see, George, to see Darren Appleton in the field. I know he hasn't been on the big stage for a long time, and he's had some health issues in the past, but super nice to see him battling again. Oh, what a great shot by Chris there.
And you hit the nail right on the head, Graham. It's great to see Darren Appleton back in the grease here. In fact, he's on the other stream table. Don't leave us, folks, but he's on the other stream table. It's anytime that man's in a tournament, it's just good to see him there.
Yeah, what a player. Done everything in the game.
And Mr. Reinhold takes game number 1 of this all-important very first race to 4. Keep in mind that if they are tied at the end of the third and final set, they go to a shootout. So winning the first set is awfully important, because the worst you can do now is possibly go to a shootout. So a big step for that. And this is the Predator Apex table. They're using the Predator balls with the Arcadia cloth. And of course the AeroRack. Sponsors here are Little Monster, Yalin, Predator Group, Kamui, the WPA, SamsungTV, Pro Billiard TV, and Box Billiards. In addition to this tournament here, folks, we have the WPA Women's World 9-Ball Championship coming up, starting in a day or two. And we also have a mixed doubles tournament for you. So a lot of action here this week in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, and it's nice that they mix it up with the World 9-Ball. I mean, obviously, we're so used to 10-ball on a lot of these events, but that'll be an exciting one for the women. So you can snap that one off. Big prize money on that one, I think, as well, Georgia. If my numbers are right, it's like 50K.
Yeah.
50K for
50K. And you know something? You hit something on the head right there, Graham. Something I've been thinking about for quite some time. Predator, it puts on the best prize money tournaments. All the WPA tournaments that are sponsored by and with WPA, the men's tournament, since there's a much larger field, is $60,000 to the winner, and the women's is $50,000 to the winner. So you have the 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball championships for the men and women, and they have a shot at some pretty decent money, and they don't have it anywhere else.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. I think pool has never been in such a good place. If you're a pro pool player, George, you're spoilt for choice. If you're comfortable traveling and have the expenses, goodness, you can play anywhere in the world, any day of the week pretty much at the moment, so it's good to see.
Well, exactly. I mean, these guys this year have traveled, let's see, just Predator alone, Bali, in Indonesia, we had Vietnam, New Zealand, Puerto Rico, Austria, all the Euro tours. There was 4 or 5 of them that I can think of. I mean, just think of the traveling you can do if you have great sponsorship. See the world.
Yeah, definitely. You're definitely going to need a lot of pages in your passport if you're doing a bit of traveling, but let's see what Chris can do here. He's going to go for the 2 rail. Well, he went for the 1 rail. Needs a bit of fortune.
I think he was trying to stick the cue ball right behind the 10-5 and hit it a little off to the side, so it came out, but it appears he has a shot for the side pocket.
Well, he has left the gap straight through, so he needs to try and find some position here, depending on what angle he's got. Well, he's going into the 9. I don't think that's what he wanted to do.
Well, that's the English he used, Graham. I thought he'd be coming off that head rail with the cue ball traveling towards the 6 on the right side of the table for the 2 on the side. But he went with inside English and tried to come around the 9, I guess.
Well, at least he hasn't hooked himself. So he has kind of some options. He has got an edge. He can do something. Not sure if he can get cover. He's trying to use the 10. Bit of a containing one. That's not a bad shot though, George. He's played it well.
Keep in mind, if I'm not mistaken, there are early 10 balls. They must be called. Since this is not a world title, there is an early 10 ball. There isn't early 10 balls in the Euro Tour or in the World 10 Ball Championships, but in these Opens, we normally have the early 10. And he's left the combination on. on the 2-7.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. The 5 ball is an issue. I know that's a couple of shots away, George, but the 4 ball isn't in a terrible spot potentially to make something happen there, but all about this combo. 2 ball's going to go a little bit to the left side, so he does need to control the cue ball somewhat. Yeah, he's going to have to probably take what the table gives him here. I'm not sure he can do a great deal unless he tries to be creative. He could try to draw it off the side rail and back out.
I kind of like him following the ball and coming back up for the side pocket on the 3. He's done a good job here. Now he's got to run the cue ball around.
I was just going to say that was the only challenge, wasn't it? He had to land perfect to really have some option on this 4, but he does have a couple of safety options, George. If he just can have a look at the 4, he could hide behind the 9 or the 5 or the 10, unless he wants to go full offense.
Well, the problem here is getting on the 4. Look at this shot. What a nice shot.
Wow. Got a bit too much on it, but he done well to get there.
Well, he would have liked to have ended up with an angle where he can address the 5 ball, but he's got this one. He's got to work with what he has. If he has full access to the ball, if he has full access to his cue ball on the bottom, and he does, he can come across with draw and come 2 rails into them. Come around. There you go, a little harder with it. He tried to get on the bottom side of it. Nice try there.
Yeah, and depending on the angle, the 6 ball in the side, it might be worth taking this 5 ball into the top left corner. I know you'll lose the cue ball a little bit, but plays quite big, that pocket, if you can play it at good speed. He's playing safe, maybe.
Yep, that's much higher percentage. I was wondering if he could slide that cue ball around the 10, and he did very nicely. Here comes a 2-rail attempt at this 5 ball from Chris.
Yes. It's an interesting one though, George, because I would say he's just been quite aggressive there in that run out, quite attacking. He did have an aggressive shot on the 5, but chose to play safe. Maybe feeling that was a little bit too much of a push. Oh dear.
Oh, he went straight at it.
Well, safety pays off. Ball in hand. Just what he needs to get one on the board. Nothing really any problem, to be honest, especially with the 5 going down table. The connection here, 5 to 6 to 9 to 10 is, well, couldn't get any better, really, could it, George? Let's be honest.
No, it really couldn't. It's just, it all lays out. The only thing he doesn't want to do is have to run the cue ball, and he's got a nice stop shot here. Same for the 9 and the 10 ball. They all just lay up so nice. It's funny sometimes when you're in the pool room, someone will sit there and say, well, Stevie Wonder can get out here.
Well, yeah. Or the famous saying, my grandma could pot these balls, something like that.
That's right.
Even though your grandma could be an 800 Fargo and nobody would know from the old school days. But yeah, it's nice for him to get one on the board. And we'll have people have a look at his break, see what he can do. I do think it's interesting with the triangle setting the balls up. Obviously just coming off the recent Predator Euro Tour, the 10 ball event, where the tables are tapped. So you do get a slightly different split.
You know, I like some of the Euro Tour antics or rules. Actually, I like the alternate break every 2 racks, and I also like the fact that they use that they tap the balls. But here they use the rack. That way they can't predict as accurately where the balls are going, so it makes for more of a technical game instead of a run-out game.
Yeah, it definitely gives the game a bit more flavour in terms of what you see. Break and runs are nice, but I do enjoy a little bit of nip and tuck, hide and seek. And there you see a dry break.
Speaking of nip and tuck, let's see if he puts that cue ball behind the 10, the 2, excuse me.
Yeah, it definitely looks inviting, doesn't it?
It does. It looks, if it come off the rail a little bit, yeah, because it's just a easy thing to get to. Let's see what Chris does here. He can also run around the table and get behind the 9.
You could play into the 5, go aggressive if you wanted to pot it.
There's that. Yeah.
Has he left an edge?
It looks like he has. It looks like he has. If not, it's an easy kick. But if he kicks it soft, he still might come out okay. He won't really give it up, but it'll be open to be played off of.
Well, you can tell by his cueing, he must have left an edge, so it could be in trouble, Chris, here.
And will he get him? Yeah, he'll get him full there. He's got a choice to try to pot the ball or move the ball, one or the other. Oh, you guys from the UK and from Europe have me saying pot the ball instead of pocket the ball. I tell you. Oh, a swing and a miss.
Yeah, I'm surprised he went that way. I think going down the table and up the table gave him more options to make something happen. But he did try to bend it.
And it was a good choice. It just didn't hit it. If he kicks it from the way he was, it's going to send the one ball to the bottom part of the table, possibly behind the 4-6, and the cue ball travels back to the 2 balls. So the idea wasn't bad. I think I would have gone for the pot and looked on,
but not meant to be.
I did it again, Graham. Stop me from saying pot.
It's all good. I think it's all making the same outcome. But I think the 4 ball here is going to be an interesting one, George, because I don't think it squeezes between the 6 and the 10. So it tells me he's going to have to... Oh, he needs to avoid the 3. I didn't want to play that. But that might work in his favour because the 4 ball does go on the side, George, and he can play off a couple of rails, maybe come down for that.
You sure can. This is a nice cut on the 3 ball to come down for the 4, right around the 7. He's got to avoid the 7.
Wow, that tells me just go past.
Yeah, it must go by the 6. I, like you, was looking for the side pocket. It's just bigger.
Yeah, it can be a bit deceptive on the camera angles, but it does look extremely tight. He's having a double look, so just making sure. He's got plenty of room to work for this 5 ball as well. There you go, flies in.
And the young man looks very comfortable at the table.
Yeah, great. I like his style. Already we've seen in the first couple of racks he's not afraid to go for something, can play aggressive, but also be very conscious and play a safety shot when it maybe seems more valuable. I do like that. It shows he's thinking logically.
Yeah, he seems to be getting more and more comfortable as he pockets more balls. That's very important.
Yeah, but these race to 4s as well, George. You can't really afford to make too many mistakes. I do like the format because you can have a bad set, let's say, and regroup and start again for the next one. But race to 4, the first couple of racks are so important to get on the board, put the pressure on.
You're so correct, Graham. I mean, I've been calling these short races for Predators since the onset, from the very beginning here in Arizona. And it is amazing how fast you can get down 3-0 in a set, and just in the flip of a coin, you're 3-3. And every shot is so important. Every roll is so important. It really accentuates any mistakes.
Yeah, I fully agree. And that's where I was just saying earlier, when he decided to not go too offensive and play the safety shot and get that ball in hand from Chris, where he punished. And then again, a bit of a loose safety shot from the break from Chris, punished again with a ball in hand. But that was a nice run out. The balls weren't maybe as straightforward. He had to work a little bit. But impressed so far, taking them well.
It was. Well, this Predator Apex table has 4 1/4 inch pockets, a new cloth, so they're going to play a little bigger than 4 1/4. And that's the one thing about the pro tournaments is they normally have brand new cloth, so the pockets play a little bigger. Here we go with game number 4, leading 2-1. And not much of a break there, and not much of an opening shot for his opponent, Chris REINHOLD. He could choose to bank this to the side pocket, and he could choose to play safe behind that wall of balls in the center of the table.
Yeah, I think the safety shot is probably going to be the logical one. Once we get a proper look. Looks like he could just double the one across the table, send that cue ball down the bottom rail. He's going the opposite way. He's left a gap here though, George. Careless one again.
Yep, Chris is sleeping with the windows open.
I've not heard that one before, George. I'll be taking that one for future. Very good, very good. But yeah, he has left a window, and if the last safety shot from Sun is anything to go by, he'd be wanting to put him in trouble again. Needs a bounce. That's pretty good. Kick is on, but a hook is a hook. I think he can get behind this 2 rails. If he can send that one ball up between the 9 and 10, good things can happen.
Yeah, if he catches it just right, it sticks. Just like, hitting it that good, that was kind of unfortunate to leave this shot. Because the one ball caught the 10 and stayed there. Otherwise, it flies out and he probably has a safety.
Yeah, he caught the 10 quite full, didn't he? He has left a shot on this one ball. It's not ideal position on the 2, but the good news for Sun here is he could just drop the 1 in, take the medicine, and he would have a bit of a thinner cut on the 2 to come across for the 3. So it's not terrible.
One ball side.
Yeah, I kind of like that option, to be honest. Just pot the ball.
Yeah, just pocket speed. Oh, wow.
Wow, he's gone full on power.
He is aggressive. He is aggressive, and he's very confident. That's going to bode well for him.
Yeah, the only danger with that shot for me, George, was playing it that way. He was going to have to really put some power on to leave a good angle on the 2. He's now going to have to try to play another power shot. I'm not sure if he can get across. Maybe run it with side.
He might just stop it there and play safe behind the 7.
Yeah, interesting. Didn't get where he wanted to be. Could play safe, like you said. I did think that the 2-ball pot was better from the right side of the table, because then that 3-ball was potable.
He's going to find cover behind a 6. No. No cover, but no shot.
Yeah, at least the 3 ball is tied up. But a bit of a chance here for Chris to try and get some cover. Plenty of balls down table. He's got options. Definitely needs to make sure he doesn't leak the 3 ball out though. Which he might have done. Needs to have a better roll. Oh, it's not too bad really, is it, George? That's not a nice shot at all given where the 4 ball is.
Yeah, that's kind of an undercover safety when you're over a ball like that. It's just hard to cue the ball, especially for a thin cut like what he has on his 3. And there you see your referee, Perry Anderson from the good old US of A. No problem cueing that ball. Look at this position.
Oh, that's so no. That 3 ball was incredible at that pace. But this is now a problem. Hitting the ball, I think I would give him the odds to hit it. Getting it safe. Is he going to go for power again, George, like last time? Well, he did. But he has left it in the side. And then it's going to be up to Chris here to judge the pace off the top short rail back down for the 5 in the bottom right. Wow, he's going to have this cue ball on a bit of a dime here, George.
Well, so far Chris has been playing just a little under par, I would say. Nice cut here. He's going to be coming down. Yeah, that's nice. And is he looking for a 3-ball combo?
Don't like that, but maybe.
I don't either.
Yeah, it's just because of where the 9 ball is, and I mean the 6 might go past the 9. I kind of felt like playing a bit of a thinner on the 4 for position on the 5 into the bottom right corner. But looks like maybe he's playing a carom or a safety. Didn't call anything, George, so safety
No,
looks like.
He's trying to get on the top of the 6 ball. Well, he might have left an edge here. Oh, he's left the full ball. I like the 4-rail safety here. But he's hampered by the 6. Can you put that much speed on the ball?
Yeah, good call. I mean, he could play a very delicate one and try to play off the thin edge. I don't like that, so I think pace could be up and down here. Get the cue ball back down next to the 9. Could be an option.
Again, he went for it. He went for it.
Yeah, sometimes he goes for the ones you don't expect and then plays safe on the ones where maybe he could be a bit more aggressive. So he's keeping us guessing, George. That's for sure.
Well, that usually comes with inexperience. You know, he's very young. He's coming along at a 733 Fargo. He's a good player. He's a very good player. But those are things that will improve. His decision making is all important.
Ooh. Is he going to play the carom here? Because this 6 ball doesn't go past the 9, I think.
Well, on new cloth, I'd be tempted to play the bank because it's going to slide off the long rail, and if your speed's good, that pocket will play very big. But I like the carom also. They're both good. He went for the carom. Well,
he's been lucky here. Very lucky.
He did 2 things there. Didn't leave a shot on the 7, and he tied up the 8 and the 9.
Yeah, a bit of a roll there. He kind of went for more of a power carom as opposed to a delicate one. Maybe the 8 does go in the bottom left corner as we see on the screen, but definitely doesn't have a shot on the 7. I mean, he could play a thin edge, George, and try and get some cover below the 8 and 9 here. Put that 7 on the top short rail. But I was going to just about to say I'd give him it back. I don't like this shot at all. This has got double kiss written all over it.
It sure does. He has to use outside English to avoid the kiss, and he still might get it. He's using the outside English, it looks like. Yeah.
Oh, he avoided it. How's the pace on the 7? Oh, he needs to find that rail. Oh, well, here we go, George. This will be for your highlights. If he digs down on this one, draw it all the way back down the table. I'm not sure if topspin will work.
If he digs down on this one, I'm going to call him Larry Neville. He's the only guy I've ever seen elevate the cue and draw the ball back the length of the table. Doesn't happen very often.
Well, he must have a little bit of angle. So he's trying to go forwards. Looks really straight. Well, he had just enough.
Yeah, just enough angle to come down. That was a good shot.
Especially on the new cloths as well. Playing those kind of shots with a bit more topspin, it kind of slides and stays up the table. But he kind of had to play it slow enough to not let the topspin bite as much. So he done as well as he could from there. Needs another shot though. Oh, how's the look?
I'd be very happy with it, and I'm sure he is too.
Yeah, he's definitely got a shot on it. Choice, he can go bottom left or right. He's going to run it off a couple of rails maybe, or draw into the rail. Depends how he feels. He has played a similar draw shot in the first rack, if you remember, George. He liked that shot. Just off the long rail and back across. Oh, he's missed it.
Present for Reinhold.
Yeah, it really is. Especially with him already being on 2. That was to get him on the hill in this set.
Sure.
Oh, he just missed that.
Well, look at this. That's one of the things I tell a lot of people. These, practice playing off of balls that are hung up in pockets, because you don't always have to get where you're going. And from a big opportunity to a, well, this is still pretty tough, is it? He's close enough to it. He can do what he wants.
Well, I have to say, George, I'm absolutely gobsmacked there. And Chris will be fuming inside. That was an absolute gift from Sun there, but not meant to be. Gets on the hill, George. How about that?
Well, that's pretty good, especially after leaving what he left. I guess Chris doesn't open his Christmas presents until Christmas, and we're still a few weeks shy. Or a couple of weeks shy now, aren't we? No, not too long from now. This is the 16th. 9 days.
It's coming around very quick.
I've seen some comments made regarding Fargos for this tournament. All information is available at ProBilliardSeries.com. You can get the players list and then just rank your players using Fargo and figure out where everyone stands. But Perry's racking those Predator Arco balls. And another thing about being so close to Christmas, PredatorQs.com has a lot of gifts available. Go online, might be able to get them before Christmas. Kamui has the same. You can always order a table from Yalin, but you won't get it before Christmas.
I wish I had the space for one, George. Tables are beautiful, especially I like the way the pockets are all kind of flush and on the same level as the rails. It just looks really nice. Very, very cool.
Yeah, they sure are. This Apex tables is top notch, along with the Predator Arc, which is used in Europe.
Yeah, another dry break though. And Chris opting for a kick. Interesting shot choice there. He's going to get a big roll though.
he found cover. He came off the side. I think he might have been trying to stick it. There's, those kick shots. First and most important is to hit the ball. After that, sometimes fortune finds you and sometimes it doesn't. But you got to make the hit.
4-ball corner.
Yeah, you've definitely got to give yourself a chance. Fresh air balls are not going to get anywhere. That was a pretty okay hit. Is he going to get a roll? I don't think so. And he's opened all the problems.
Completely open table. Chris has some work to do, especially after giving up that gift. That 9-10. That's a tough one to watch. Again.
Wow. I didn't expect that either, George. I mean, yes, he had a bit of work to do, but the balls were sitting quite nice. The 3, 4, 5s all together, 6 and 7s together, and the 8, 9 and 10s all pretty nicely set up as well. Maybe the 8 in the side could be tricky, but has to be said, that was another big miss. Oh, what's he done here? Well,
He hasn't
50-yard line.
He hasn't done enough. He didn't come across for that 2-ball. As you said, 50-yard line. And no chance of a field goal.
Yeah, he's going to have to take this in the bottom right, I think. This is not as easy. Maybe not. He's going to play safe.
Extension.
Maybe not. He's looking at it. Safety it is, maybe.
Yeah. Well, will he get behind? No.
No, that's a huge missed opportunity there for me, George. The balls were prime position to try and squeeze this set out. And he's let Chris back at the table. And he hasn't really put him in any trouble. He can just roll this 2 forward and use the 6-ball. Oh, Chris. Has he left it?
Yeah, he's left an edge, and he's left an easy hit. He could have put that cue ball right on top of the 6. At least that's how it looked from here. He might have been. He might have left the 2-ball off the 7, but that's going to take a great shot.
He's been lucky there. He tried to bend it, George, to pot the 2. He totally mishit it, but had a huge roll.
2-ball side.
He did put his hand up to apologise to Chris, so that tells you it was a mistake. Good kick there. But still, can't seem to get anything going. Left another chance here for Sun. This is a more tricky pot, but he'll go for this one.
As you say, it's a little bit of a tricky opening shot, but you get that, and then the other problem you're going to have to look at is the 6-ball. It won't go by the 7 or by the 10, so you're going to have to find a home for it. Maybe the side.
3-ball corner.
You know, Graham, there's a lot of talk as we go through this about, I guess, the Moscone Cup, since the U.S. just had a dismal performance. One of the things that surprises me and is lacking here in this tournament is the presence of the top American players. And this is a great training tournament for that type of an event. High pressure, short races, and they all seem to shun them. I don't understand it. You have the Europeans here. You have Filler, Yap, Shaw, Alvin, Kazakis, Ducher, but where are the top Americans?
Yeah, it's a great question,
shot.
George. Yeah, it's a good
Good
question.
shot here.
I wish I had an answer for you. Only thing I could presume would be maybe in this occasion, with the Moscone Cup not just being too long ago, and obviously the performance, maybe they just wanted some downtime, maybe missing a tournament. I could understand, but in general, yes, they should be playing these events. That you would think.
8-ball corner.
Sure. Steyer's here, and he actually Tyler Steyer he plays this events every chance he gets. I've seen him in many of these Predator Pro Billiard PBS 10-ball events, and he's a force to be reckoned with.
10-ball corner.
And this first set looks like it's a done deal, and it will go to the young man from Taiwan, or Chinese Taipei. Set number 1. Players will normally take a break here, but it will be Chris Reinhold's break when they do kick off the second set.
7 minutes.
But yeah, shots like that just aren't, especially in a short race, they're going to hurt you.
Yeah, you can't miss those, George. Not at this level. It wasn't a difficult shot by any means. He makes that shot, 1,000 out of 1,000 most times. It's all part of the pressure, environment, maybe a lot of different factors, but yeah, can't miss those.
So players are on break. I think we'll take a short break, get a little drink of lemonade here, and be right back with you. Alrighty, folks, I came back. I've had some lemonade now, and just want to give you a little info going on here in Jacksonville this week. You have a 64-player field for the women's WPA World 9-ball Championship, and boy, what a stacked talent field we have here. The Killer Queen, Allison Fisher, Jasmine Ocean, Kelly Fisher, Christina Tkach, Margarita Fefilova Steyer, Shasha Liu, who just won big time. Savannah Easton is here. Pia Filler, Silviana Liu, Soledad Ayala, Wei Wei, Yuki Hiraguchi, and we have a young lady from the U.S. here, Ashley Benoit, always get that one wrong. Sorry, Ashley. Jessica Centeno is here. Chihiro Kawahara. Cho Che-yu. Champion after champion after champion. Han Yu. That we have to look forward to in our Women's World 9-ball. On the mixed doubles, some of the matchups: Jasmine and Albin Ocean, Joshua and Pia Filler. I like this matchup with Jesus Atencio and Allison Fisher. In fact, I posted on Allison Fisher Facebook. I said, just leave Jesus Atencio all the jump shots so we can have highlight reels for a week. Chris Reinhold is playing with Lena Primus. Are you back, Graham?
I'm sitting right here, George, just listening to your
Awesome.
beautiful player introductions. I was just curious myself on who the key doubles players will be. There's quite a few. If you find that on the EBS website, there's some exciting pairings.
Hey, here's another good one. Here, we're off the break here, but John Mora and Shasha Liu and Yap and Silviana Liu. I mean, there's tons of good ones. And kicking off set number 2 is Chris Reinhold breaking in this race to 4. Oh, straight in shot on the 1, no ball down. A stop shot gets him a cut on the 2. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was going for the head-on break there. You see it, and I think with these triangle racks, the head-on break doesn't seem to work as well as maybe the side breaks, or a little bit further to the side, like we see some players trying to take on. But like you said before, these hand racks and these triangle racks do lean towards some interesting layouts and matches for sure.
Well, one of the differences there, Graham, that I see, and since I've been so experienced in calling a lot of these Predator PBS events with the hand rack, is that when they break from the side, usually you get the balls grouped together on the same side they break from. Breaking from the middle is more of an offensive style, trying to play the 2 balls behind the 1 ball into the side pocket, and it opens up the rack pretty well, which makes for a more offensive type of play. So that's the choice they have. One's more strategic, one's more offensive.
Yeah, good observation. I think one thing is for sure, if you are breaking from probably either side, but if you're definitely breaking from the middle, power seems to have to be your friend. It's much more, you can't do the controlled break because the balls can't really guarantee exactly tracking towards that middle pocket as you would hope, so power generally works in your favor if you have it. That was a nice shot. Got a little bit of angle on this 5 ball. Probably enough, he can go above the 6 where his chalk is, kind of over that side of the table. Maybe you can make that work. Oh, well, he could even go above.
Well, Chris is doing something here that's going to hurt him. He's letting this young man spend too much time at the table and gain too much confidence. Pretty soon, he'll be playing like he's practicing and playing lights out.
Yeah, you don't want to let these players get too much in a flow. Because as we've seen, once they get going, very dangerous. Taking these well though. Drop his chalk in the pocket. Don't see that every day. He's a bit off angle here, George, so you might have to just play a bit of a draw shot and take a thinner 9. Unless he wants to put a bit of power on this. He doesn't have the best angle here.
No, he doesn't. This is a tough angle, in fact. He powered that rather well.
Wow. Powered it is an understatement. He absolutely drilled that one in the side, didn't he? Goodness me. Ball that he took off. What a great shot, though.
Ball corner.
He's taking these well, George. He's really punished Chris from that break. I mean, it was a bit of a easy starter, but he has taken them well. He's continuing where he left off from the last set. Looking like going 1-0 up in this one. Very nicely done. Danger zone for Chris here.
And he wins the first game off of Chris's break. And now we'll be breaking for the game number 2 in set number 2. Not a place where Chris wants to be is in the chair. He wants to come out of there and spend his own time at the table.
Yeah, these first few racks in this set are super critical for Chris. He needs to try to stay close to Sun here. Doesn't want to let him get 2 or 3 up, because then he's in big trouble. He needs to try and keep it tight.
Okay, I've got an interesting little tidbit from the stat guy, Michael Salmon, and he tells me that after this first game, Sun Yi has pocketed 46 balls to Chris's 10 balls. And Sun's player overall performance is at 835 versus Chris at 416. That is quite the stat. We thank him for all his hard work in getting us that information.
Yeah, that's interesting, but not surprising. Chris has had a few chances which he hasn't taken. In this break, there's that one ball. Yeah, he's not going to have anything on, but he does have a few cover options. Do you try to go all the way down table, off the edge, try and sneak in?
You don't want to leave that. You got to get cover here because that 10 ball is close to the pocket. And remember, early 10s are a win.
That's a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to go off the long rail. If you catch it from behind, the cue ball can drift towards the corner pocket. But I do think the 4 ball's just covering the corner, so should be no danger. Sorry, he's playing straight into it.
Oh. It worked. A good hit paid dividends. Now this is a dangerous kick here. He's calling the 10 ball. Good call. I'd hit this with a lot of pace.
Yeah,
Doesn't want to.
I would too.
Doesn't want to leave the 1 ball there. Yeah, it's got to hit it with pace.
Right. Total miss hit. However, he's had a roll, George. Don't know if this is potable. Yeah, that kind of pace off that one rail. The left-hand spin he was trying to play was never going to take at that speed. I don't think he can pot this. It's hard to tell. I'm not sure if he called the corner.
No, he has the right side of it, but I don't believe he can pot the ball in the right-hand corner. He's calling it in the left-hand corner, so it's a very thin cut. Cue ball's going to hit the 3 ball probably and stay up on top. Yeah, he missed the 3. Came around. Oh, he's in business. Can he open up an account early?
Yeah, what a great 1 ball. Felt like going complete offense rather than trying to find a safety shot, and it's paid off. Great cue ball. Still got a little bit of manoeuvring up and down the table from 2 to 3 and then 3 to 4. How's the pace here?
Let's see if that thin cut on the one ball pays dividends and he translates that to a win. Uh-oh, no bueno here.
Wow, it's not going his way at all.
Yeah,
He's in trouble here.
He's got to call the 10 here and go 2 rails kick at this.
Yeah, I don't know. You could even call the 4, couldn't he, George, and go try and get the 4 off the 10.
There you go.
So
As long as you move the 10, it's. And here's the bonus of that shot is that there was 2 balls to get behind, and I think no, he may not have got behind the 9.
It was a pretty good hit. He kicked it as well as he could. Didn't catch a piece of the 10. If the 4 ball caught the bit of the 10, it might have went in. But he's jumping, so he hasn't left it. It's close to the corner though. You would fancy this one. Oh wow. There's a cue ball. Oh, it's bounced in the top corner. Wow, this is a huge rack. Oh, straight enough.
Straight in.
Yeah, Chris has to take these for me, George, at this first attempt. If he makes a mistake here, I think he's going to struggle to come back from this, so he has to take these out for me.
I totally agree. He's got to perform. I mean, pool's all about making balls. If you're not making balls, you ain't winning. Oh, again. He's behind the 9.
Wow. I mean, just when you think nothing else can happen. He went for it in the corner just in pure frustration. He's going to have another roll though.
He's got the rail first. But yeah, you're right. It's a bit of a roll. You can't come with that shot. I thought he was going to come straight across and play the 7 ball to the opposite corner just to make sure that the 9 ball wasn't in the way.
Yeah, take out all the danger. At the moment, everything that can go wrong is going wrong for Chris. He really needs to get Sun to make some kind of mistake here and leave him a roadmap. You know yourself, George, the more you let your opponent come to the table, anything can happen.
Well, 2 things. He gets more comfortable and you are under more pressure every time you come to the table because you have to perform.
And there's a prime example. Even though he got a bit of a roll, it was a good kick shot by Sun. 2 real kick shot also is an option for Chris. But now the pressure's on him to get the cover. Becoming a big rack, this one. He likes to play into the ball, doesn't he, George, rather than kick and stick as much, even though you see that more often these days. A lot of the safety shots Chris has played directly into the object ball, at least in this match so far.
Yeah, it's a... I've done some commentary with Chris, and he's good. He's a good player. Knows the game well.
He's a great player, Chris. Everyone can have different matches, but just not going his way this match. I think it all stemmed early on in the first set. He just seemed a little bit out of sorts, not settling, and maybe he just hasn't really settled into the match yet. I mean, it's not over by any means, but this rack is becoming very big. This 8 ball's a bit of a cut. Something could happen here. How's the pace? 50-50.
Yeah, could have used some speed, but he's okay. It'll cut to the side. Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
not
like where the
ideal.
cue ball's headed, though.
Yeah, he might have to draw this. Try and avoid the 10. Depends how thin it is. Hard to tell from this angle. Can he just drag it past the 10? We'll find out in a minute, George. Well, he could. How's the pace? Oh, what a great shot.
This young man's doing everything right, and Chris Robinson is not catching a break, and he's kind of snookered himself on 2 or 3 shots now, playing position.
Yeah, he's had quite a few chances in this match so far. So, chances that we would expect Chris to take, George, is what you're saying, and I would fully agree. Very few unexpected. What a great shot that was, and put himself in great position, and then kind of out of nowhere, hooked himself, but got another chance. Didn't take the most of it.
Well,
And punished.
a very telling tale here in that rack is Chris had ball in hand 2 times and didn't get out.
Yeah, he knows. We don't have to say what the obvious is, but Chris has played enough big matches and tournaments to know you can't afford to not take some of those chances in these short races. So he is hoping to get back to the table. But let's see where this break goes. It's going to go from a little bit to the side. He hasn't been putting that much power on. He's got an open bridge, it looks like, unless my eyes deceive me. Oh, nearly scratched. Oh, nearly made the 4-railer. 9 ball. Oh, last ball rolling, George. How about that? You love those ones.
It's funny how the 8-ball just gave it enough clearance to go in the hole. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh,
Just thought
watch
nothing
this,
was going
watch
to go.
Yeah. Watch the 8-ball. Just enough, and there it goes.
Yeah, and this 1 ball does go in the bottom left corner. Fancy him to take this one on, especially where the 2 is.
See how aggressive he is? He had an easy safety if he chose to, right behind the 5-ball. But he's aggressive and confident.
Yeah, I don't blame him. You know, when you see your opponent struggling a little bit, he's got to think, hey, I'm going to go for this. Oh, well, wait a minute. He's missed that by a way.
I never thought I'd say this with Chris being the opponent, but when your opponent has not displayed any power or any, fear in you, in other words, if Sun Yi doesn't think Chris can hurt him, so there's no pressure.
Yeah, and at the moment, those are the facts. But there's only one man who can change that, and it's the man at the table. He's got to start by potting some balls and running the table, showing Sun that he's here. Because at the moment, he's just a spectator. A little bit short, maybe.
Nothing I'd like better than to see Chris play his game. We know it's a powerful one, and a very good one. Oh, again, a little nibble, a costly nibble. Behind the 7, or can he pot this and not scratch? Oh, he could pot it. Okay.
Nice little bit of a bump there. Worked out okay in the end. It's got a nice angle on this 6-ball to go up and down.
This plays perfect. Just a follow shot using both rails for the 8 and the side. And there it is. Should be straight in on the 10 ball.
Yeah, this is what Chris has to do. If he gets any kind of chances, got to take them. Punish his opponent. I don't blame Sun for going for that one ball in the last rack. He was just overhit the 2 ball for position. He did leave a bit of a cutback on the 2. It wasn't so straightforward, but he did miss it by some way. But a nice run up by Chris there. That'll do him a world of good in terms of confidence. Try and get something going.
And there's Perry Anderson, your referee, kind of jawing it up with Chris there, having a good time, trying to relieve Chris of a little pressure by getting a laugh out of him. And Chris is finally able to pocket some balls. You know what's funny, Graham, is Perry's one of the few referees that reminded Chris not to touch the balls. You know, he kind of held his hand up and said, hold on, because that's, I know he hates, because I've seen him have to make that call to a player, and he hates doing that. But them's the rules.
Yeah, it's so easy to... You've seen instances in big tournaments where players have picked balls out when the cue ball is still running, and I guess you could say they've suffered the consequences of that by losing a rack. I do think, personally for me, I think it's a little bit of an interesting ruling, but sometimes you see players not even touching the balls and getting involved. Just let the referee do what they do, and you go and sit down, take any kind of risk away.
Well, not much available here. Nothing down on the break. Let's see what he chooses.
It's a horrible table as well. A bit like what you said, George, earlier about breaking. Whichever side you choose to break from, the balls seem to congregate, and they definitely have on this one, to the right side of the table.
And this is Chris. That's a good move by Chris there to break like that and to get this kind of a layout. He's not pocketing balls well, and so this might guarantee him an up. This might guarantee him a mistake. Well, I guess there's no guarantees in pool, but it might give him more opportunities.
I'll tell you what it will do, George. It'll guarantee him another turn at the table, because Sun will not be taking this one on.
No, he won't. I doubt that he takes this. If he can see the edge, he will.
Yeah, if he can see the edge, then he
side. Oh yeah,
come back around.
He can see the edge.
Yeah, that might work in Chris's favour a little bit, because some things can go wrong. However, he has played this pretty well. Don't think there's a window. I don't see the kick shot unless he swerves it past the 9.
It's going to take a powerful jump shot. He's going to have to keep it in the air quite some time.
Yeah, I don't know if that's on. He might
Yeah,
have to play it too real. Oh, he's trying it.
Yeah. Let's see if he can keep the ball on the table. When you have to put that much power on this jump shot and the ball's close to the end rail there, a lot of times it just comes right off. Oh, he hit it nice, good speed, well controlled. Made that look very easy.
Yeah, it was a great jump, but he's called a foul on himself, I think. Don't know if the referee's seen it. Good if you get a replay on that. He must have flicked something. Don't know what happened. What happened there, George?
Did he touch the cue ball with the cue, or?
I have no idea. Looked like a clean jump.
I'm not sure what happened.
Well, he's not picking the cue ball up, so that tells me maybe he didn't call it. But
there is
the only
that.
thing I could
Yeah. I guess even in a jump shot, you got to call it because a jump or a bank, because it's not obvious. You could be playing safe. I guess. That must have been it.
Yeah. Interesting one. And oh, look at the way the balls have lay here. I know the 4 ball is messed up, but he does have a nice angle on this 3 to kind of reopen it. He's definitely going to take this on. I'd love to just flick off the bottom side of it, George, and just leave the 4 ball where it is. Kind of try to play the 4 in the top right, same pocket. That would be nice. Oh, he's played it perfect. How about that?
Well, Soon Yi is rather impressive. He's done a lot of things right.
Yeah, this is a big moment because this is going to get him on the hill if he can take these balls out. He needs to be careful here. 7 to 8 looks straightforward, but he doesn't have a great angle on this 6 ball. Yeah, he's not too bad. He's a bit unnatural. He's a bit of a natural angle, George. You can just play this top spin, let the 7 ball wander its way down to the corner. Plays quite big, this pocket. Well, he's not hanging around now, is he? Straight down.
Not at all.
Ball corner.
And as you were saying, Graham, needed that game to get on the hill.
Yeah, I
he
think
did.
Chris just talking to the referee there, saying, you know, surely that was obvious that it was a goal shot. But I think what you said, George, the fact he was jumping the ball, there's an argument to say, well, you know, did I really know what you were going to do? I think he's a bit frustrated that it wasn't obvious, but he's giving himself a little tap on the, just to be sure. You've got to call the shot, George. Everyone does it. It's an error from his part, I have to say.
Well, that jumped 1 ball. I had put it down as a highlight shot, but due to the fact that he didn't call it, there was no foul, but Soon Yi had the option of coming to the table or letting him continue to shoot.
Yeah, it was a good run out in the end. Played a good shot on the 3 to reopen the 4. And also, let's remember the 2 ball that he played was quite a thin 2, and he went full offense.
Well, here we go. To close out the match, he needs this game. And Chris needs this to start a comeback.
Well, looks like he's absolutely gone, George.
I'm
Just
telling
can't
you,
see
I
it.
just got a feel for him, but things aren't going his way, but it's his doing at this point.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is it's a race to 4. You know, you can sit there and feel a bit rough with himself, but he's not out of the match completely. You know, if he wins a set, before you know it, he's back in with another one. So this rack is huge. It's not over till it's over.
Exactly. Just look at it from this point. This is what I have to say about these short races. If Chris wins this game, he is now at 3-2 and breaking to tie it up. So you're never out of the race.
Yeah, and Sun played a great shot there as well, by the way. Opened up the cluster and played a good safety shot. And I don't blame Chris there for trying to tie another couple of balls up.
Well, you can see that time clock winding down there on the left side of the scoreboard.
Oh, we're not going to see 3 fouls here, George, to win the match, are we? Surely not.
Well, you better hit this one. He'll be on 2. And that's a hit that you should get.
Yeah, he could be in trouble here, though. He could just play a very slow one. Not sure off the angle, George. Can he play off the edge of the one and just drop him in between those 2 balls? I don't know if he can.
It looks like that. It looks like that 3 ball might come off the rail and give him cover. Depends what kind of speed he uses. Not like that. Yeah, he found cover.
Yeah, and he's opened all the balls up as well, so now this becomes a very different rack, unless he's got an extreme edge on this one. Can he take the extreme edge and go full offense? He might have no choice. If he can hit it. Well, he's tried it. He's left a shot on the side. Not so straightforward by any means, but it's a chance. And it's a chance to try and run this match out. 2 balls not ideal. So plenty of work to do in this rack, George, especially where the 6 is, and there's a few problems to figure out.
Uh-oh.
Well, that'll help.
That'll not only will help, that might put him out.
That's an incredible little love bump, because it did go past before, but it goes past even better now, and he can play this into the reel. Oh, he's fatted it too much. Wow, what a mistake that is.
That is a very big break for Chris. Come on, Mr. Reinhold. You got to come with it now. Make this a match.
Yeah, could that be a momentum shift, George? Because all it takes is a crazy moment like that where you think all of a sudden the match looked like it should be over, or a chance to be over. Chris has got a lifeline here. Got to take these out. 6 to 7 needs a bit of care, as does 5 to 6. How's the pace? It's not bad. He's got choices.
He just wants to be right about there. He needs enough angle to come over for the 7, though. He's not going to use the. He's not going to utilize the window between the 8-10. He's got to give himself the bigger angle here. And now, can he come into the underside of the 9?
Yeah, I think so. Does the 7 go in the top right corner, though? That's the question. Because it changes this shot if it doesn't. Oh, he's missed the 6.
Oh, my. Oh, my, Chris. Ouch.
He's trying to play it fat so he could get the draw on the cue ball. He's clearly... How's the pace? Needs to run a bit. Oh, it needs to slow up. Oh, I think it's just okay, George. You can come underside this 8 ball here, maybe. Unless you can go above and thread the gap between the 9 and the 10.
I like your first call, Graham. I like coming just straight across and playing in the upper left-hand corner, stopping the ball for a straight-in shot on the 9. Now, is he going to have to run the ball, or can he just stop? He just stopped it, and this is to close out the match. And Sun Lee wins over Chris REINHOLD 4-1 in the second set.